Jazzabelle was a mermaid whose love for Christmas was as vast and deep as the ocean itself. While other sea folk stored their festive decorations in grotto caves after the 12th day of the new year, Jazzabelle's home, a cosy nook woven from living coral and moonpearl, sparkled with perpetual Yuletide cheer all year round. Her hair was not one colour, but a shifting cascade of seafoam white, bottle green and crimson, like ribbons of kelp and coral spun into silken threads. Her eyes were the warm, molten gold of sunken treasure, and they crinkled at the corners with a constant, joyful merriment. Her tail, the colour of a midnight sky, was dusted with scales that shimmered like a galaxy of tiny stars, and she had fashioned a permanent belt from a braid of golden seagrass from which hung a tiny silver bell that tinkled with her every movement. Her two best friends were as different as the tide and the reef. There was Coriala, a mermaid whose elegance was renowned. Her tail was a breathtaking gradient of lavender, seafoam, and pale pink, like the inside of a conch shell. Her hair, the colour of wet sand, was always intricately styled with pearls and chips of abalone. Coriala spoke in a soft, measured cadence, her movements fluid and graceful, and she found Jazzabelle's boundless enthusiasm both bewildering and endearing. Then there was Finn, a dolphin of boundless energy and a mischievous spirit. His skin was a sleek, smooth grey, crisscrossed with a map of friendly scars from his adventures. His eyes were intelligent and twinkling, and his clicks and whistles formed a language Jazzabelle understood perfectly. He was pragmatic, always thinking of currents and hunting grounds, but his loyalty to Jazzabelle was as solid as the ocean floor. Every week, without fail, Jazzabelle would surprise them with a homemade gift. It was her way of spreading the Christmas spirit of giving, no matter the season. One week in the height of summer, when the sunbeams pierced the water like golden spears, she presented Coriala with a necklace. It wasn't just any necklace. Each bead was a perfectly spherical, polished sand dollar, painstakingly collected from a hidden bay, and strung on a resilient strand of kelp she had cured to a soft, leathery strength. In the centre hung a single, flawless pearl that glowed with a soft, internal light. Coriala, touched by the immense patience required, fastened it around her neck. "It is unnecessarily beautiful, Jazzabelle," she said, her usual reserve melting into a genuine smile. "You have the hands of a current weaver." The next week, for Finn, she crafted a harness woven from buoyant bull kelp and decorated with iridescent fish scales. Attached to it were several hollowed-out gourds that clicked and clacked together in a delightful, rattling melody as he swam. Finn zipped around them, creating a symphony of clicks and rattles, his delight evident. "It makes music," he whistled. "Now I can hunt and compose at the same time." Jazzabelle's weekly surprises became the anchor of their weeks, a comb carved from whalebone for Coralia's silken hair, a game for Finn where he had to push glowing plankton through a series of hoops she'd made from bent willow branches. Each gift was a little piece of her heart, a testament to her observation and love. One Tuesday, however, the gifts stopped. The cheerful tinkling of Jazzabelle's bell was absent from their usual meeting spot. Coriala, her new pearl necklace feeling heavy with worry, and Finn, uncharacteristically silent, went to her coral grotto. They found her there, sitting listlessly amidst her glittering decorations. A half-finished starfish ornament, meant to be studded with bioluminescent plankton, lay in her lap. Her star-dusted tail was still, and her gold eyes were dim. "I have run out of cheer," she whispered, her voice a hollow echo. "The gift-giving was my Christmas light, and it has flickered out." Coriala and Finn exchanged a look, a silent conversation passing between the graceful mermaid and the energetic dolphin. They had been on the receiving end for so long, it was their turn to give. "Wait here," Coriala said, her voice firm. They swam off in a whirl of purpose. For the next 2 days, Jazzabelle remained in her grotto, the tinsel of seaweed seeming to droop, the cheerful shells seeming to lose their lustre. On the 3rd morning, a soft glow emanated from outside her door. She swam out to find a magnificent living Christmas tree. Coriala had directed a family of patient, artistic pufferfish to blow and stack delicate, crystalline bubbles into the shape of a towering fir. Finn had raced to the deepest trenches, and returned with clusters of tiny glowing anglerfish, who now dangled from the branches, their natural lights twinkling like 1,000 fairy lights. But the true gift was at the base of the tree. It was a large, flat stone, and on it Coriala and Finn had placed their own homemade presents for her. From Coriala, there was a cloak woven from the shed feathers of 1,000 seabirds, impossibly soft and warm, dyed a deep Christmas red using crushed holly berries from a nearby shipwreck. From Finn, there was a symphony. He had gathered a pod of humpback whales, and as Jazzabelle looked on, they began to sing. Their deep, resonant songs, normally used for communication across vast distances, were woven into a slow, majestic, and profoundly beautiful rendition of a Christmas carol. The very water vibrated with the music of it. Tears, like tiny pearls, formed in Jazzabelle's golden eyes and floated away. She looked at her friends, the elegant mermaid who had orchestrated such beauty, and the pragmatic dolphin who had conducted the ocean itself, and her heart swelled. She realised then that her year-round Christmas wasn't about the decorations, or even the gifts themselves. It was about this, the constant, loving reminder that they were a family. And in that moment, surrounded by the love she had so freely given, and was now so abundantly returned, the tinsel seemed to shine brighter than ever. And the spirit of Christmas truly lit up the deep. The end. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.